There is, I will say, with Chest is a load of shit, and it was narrated to suit people's narratives and make me look terrible at the time. You know, we'll talk about the elephant in the room, and I'm sick of that getting used against me because that's what the only thing people have. But it's the only thing people can narrate because what they do is this pack mentality. Well, they'll use that to try and get a following against you. You know, oh well, we're going to use us and our army to turn it against you. Yeah, I've never claimed to be a saint or someone that I'm not. But when I have to read bullshit about myself, and especially when my family have to read it as well, it's like, are you a scammer? No, I'm fucking not. Like, never in my life. Do you know what I mean? And when people say, oh, you scammed off charities, do you know what? When I first ever did the leaderboard, and I'll tell it how it is now, I said, oh, I'm going to give some back to charity, do some to this, do some, exactly what I'm doing now. Yeah, exactly what I'm doing now. And give a bit back here and there, blah, blah, blah. I got banned within an hour and a half. And then I didn't do it again for another week or two. And then I didn't say it again. But they say take that one little thing and they'll run with it. Do you know what I mean? Anything from that live, it was 150 quid. If anything, I've given fucking back tenfold more than that. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it does. Yeah, and it wasn't like people say, absolutely not. And this is what I mean. So people try and say, well, you can't say that because you're this and you're that. Well, actually, no. I'm not that in the slightest. I'm the complete opposite. I'm a massive believer in karma, you know? And I think people have been watching me long enough now to see what I'm about. And, you know, the naysayers all sit there and not like me. But people, you're not going to like, not everyone's going to like you. Not everyone's going to like you. But, like, sometimes I do feel like I can't say what I want because you've got these absolute nitnits who have so much control over toxic communities. You know? Like, just look at how these other boxes panning out, you know, like with Alex and Ange and all of that shit. It's just like, what the fuck? And it's not just them, it's others as well. And I'm just like, oh, these people that act like they've got these biggest moral compass and they're just acting so fucking feral without any consideration to the viewers. They all sit there and say about mental health and we need to change this and the app's a mess. Well, you're the fucking reason the app's a fucking mess. You lot, not you lot, but these people, you know, oh, you know, get them off the app, blah, blah. Well, you two are just as fucking bad as each other. You fucking, do you know what I mean? People arranging a protest to go to a fucking alcoholic's house. Like, what the fuck? When there's people like Diageo and lives are getting lost, but people would rather just sit there and channel the energy into that. Make it make sense. Oh, I feel like I'm banging my head off a brick wall, you know? And the thing is, I could just ignore it, but it's hard because it's everywhere, you know? It's everywhere. I have big rooms. People ask me questions. People want to know X, Y, and Z. You know? But this is what I mean. And it goes the same with the viewers and the communities as well. Because are they really that brainless that they can't see it? They go, oh, yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, it's terrible. But you're doing exactly the same in the same room, just a different vibe. Make it make sense. Like, I don't get what it is. Honestly. You know, and then I have a different opinion and people will fire up alive and sit there and slag me off. Yeah, but is that about, what about this and what about that? Well, you don't know me. You don't know shit. You just listen to gossip and pass it on. That's it. You know. Big up, Steffi. Yeah, and I don't agree with faceless creators either. That's another thing I don't agree on. I don't agree with faceless creators. Because I just think, what are you doing? You're hiding behind a screen and saying the most, you know? And I just think the reason people don't fucking have such a black and white opinion and such a transparent opinion is because they've all got shit on each other. They've all got shit on each other. So birds of a feather flock together, didn't they? Because one of them fall out, then something will get leaked or fucking all that shit. That's why. So they all just stick together in a little fucking community of toxicity. You know? What's that? Yeah, 100%. Like, invest. Like, if you're going to gift the creators that make you feel good. You know, gift the creators that make you laugh. Gift the creators that fucking are talented. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and if you can't, then show support in comments, because comments mean most as well. This is what I always say, because I'm not going to be doing TikTok live forever. Like, obviously I'll be doing it on and off and stuff, but I want to do bigger things as well. I want to take it, like, this is what I always say in my views. You guys are going to be the ones that listen to my podcast and stuff. You know, like, I've got, if you check my links in my bio, I've got my website and stuff. Like, I'm doing bits. I'm doing my little bits that I've always wanted to do, you know. I'm not just sitting here bitching 24/7. Like, I'm finally doing something that I love, and I'm able to build an audience where I can create, and I'm able to, luckily and thankfully, earn money where I can put that back into my content. And when you get to see that content, it will speak for itself, and you'll understand my plan, you know? And that's why I encourage, because you lot believe in me enough. Yeah, my podcast will be visual too. That's why it's going to take a little bit longer, because I want to actually have the guests physically with me. I don't want to just do it on a webcam and do all of this, you know. I want to have like studio space. I want to, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it fucking 110% and not half-assed. I don't just want to bash it out for a few views and a bit of numbers. You know, that's not what I want to do. I want to do it quality, you know, and that's it will take time, and it will be, you know, it's not just, Rome wasn't built in a day. Do you know what I mean? I appreciate all of you, every single one of you, my tappers as well. Becky Boo Bar, I see you tapping. And sometimes I'll come on and have a rant, but at the same time, it annoys me, because like sometimes you feel gagged, you know, because you're constantly trying to keep people happy, and I'm not a people pleaser. I'm far from it. I'll do what I want when I want. See you later, Tori, darling. You know, and this is why I don't. I'm not in my cowboy hat, no, and this is why I don't really like fuck with clicks anymore, because you just, you know, small circles are less toxic. Small circles are less toxic, and you're less restricted. And when you're a cool kid, where do the cool kids end up? Look at school. Where are the cool kids at your school now? You know? Normally the cool girl of the school's bloody single parent to 10 kids now and fucking hated in her street, do you know? You know? Or the fit popular lad from back in the days, like in prison. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah. I'd rather be just exactly that. And I stay weird, you know. But at the same time, it's just I get disappointed by people sometimes. So I'm just like, you know. Like, I think, imagine if I went on one big racist rant and said like the worst things. People would come down on me like a ton of bricks, and it'd be all over, and oh my God, can't believe you say that. Someone says something homophobic, it's like, it's just banter. Well, no, it's not your place to say, is it? You're not a gay man. You can't go around saying stuff like that. You know? And I open the app and I see no one talking about it. You know? I just see, but like, if you look at the popular board yesterday, that was just all fueled by hate. That was just fueled by hate. Does that make sense? And you get all these losers in the chat supporting it. And it's not necessarily what they say, it's seeing the amount of people that support that person. So to me, they're just as bad. And I sit there and think, oh my God, you're financing absolute losers. And I think that's what hurts the most, is when you see people, a room with 1,000+ people, you know. So like yesterday, I had to come off last night because I don't care who's above or below me. But then in the back of my head, I'm sitting there thinking, we're chilling and on a live, and then I've got someone in another live having their team gifting because I've either said something that they don't like because it's attacked my community, or they're like, oh, no, we support you. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, will it be the same energy? if I attack the traveling community or if I attacked other communities, you know? And it's been on my mind for the last 24 hours as well, you know? And sometimes it's hard to be as bubbly and do this 24/7 when stuff does affect you. And if I didn't come online and say it didn't affect me, then it wouldn't make me human and it wouldn't make people understand, you know. And homophobia doesn't really, if someone like him said it, I'm just like looking at him like, shut up, you know, I've always seen you like that. But then when it's at a larger scale and there's thousands of people that support it and don't see nothing wrong with it, that's where I start ticking. You know, that's where I start ticking and think, there's something wrong here, you know. You know, it's like when people talk to someone that speak a different language and speak in broken English. Like, it's offensive. It's trash. And then if I have a different opinion or stick up for myself, I've got people threatening to come to my house. Come to my fucking house then. Trust me, I'm begging. Like, for real. Do you know what I'm saying though? And I'm like, I can't stick up for and defend myself. Like, I got bullied for my whole years of life. You think someone turns up to my door like that, like, you're just going to trigger about 36 years of bullshit I've had to come through, and then we'll see who lose, you know? Because I have been brought up and people used to come and try and fight me because I was a gay man. They thought I couldn't stick up for myself. They were very wrong. I was raised by lesbians. We're like wolves. Do you know what I'm saying? So to sit there and have someone say, oh, this and that, I'm like, do it. Fucking do it. You know, do it. And I just think it's pathetic where I can't just come online and have an opinion to then have a bunch of people going, yeah, Zach's in the wrong. No, I wasn't in the wrong. And I haven't been. I just say what's on my mind. If something offends me, then that's a you issue. I expect an apology. You know, but since when have we started supporting racism and homophobia and all that shit? Big up, Angie. Thank you, everybody. Like, when did that happen? When did that happen? Because, like, people get bored and then they move on to the next petty thing of someone said something. Oh, well, they're shocked. Like, honestly, when I start seeing people act shocked about some bullshit, about what someone said, I'll call them all fucking out. I'm like, are you mad? Where was this energy last year or this year or when that happened or that happened? Where's the fuck keep the same energy? I feel like I'm the only one that keeps the same energy for everything. You know? It's so draining. Thank you, Carol. Yes, you can, Nanny Joe. I'm not drained. I've ordered a fucking Subway. I'm on carb overload. Yeah. I know. And like, just like when I see, and I think like, just when I see how beggy people are and like well-known faces come on the app and it's all like, and I'm just like, God, it was only fucking a couple of months ago people were doing a blackout and over gifting and protesting. It's like they have amnesia. It's like they have amnesia. Angie, thank you. Yeah, did you understand my frustration? And it's so easy to just stay in my lane and not say anything. But my conscience wouldn't allow it. Because I can't fake it. I've never known how to fake it. I can't. You know, so when you see me, like when I came offline last night, everyone knew something was irking me. And I was like, I need to come off because I'm getting more and more annoyed. So when stuff starts annoying me more and more, hence that I'm the brat, you know. Yeah. It is. It does. Moon and stars. Hello. But it's just very, yeah, I don't have a pack. I don't really have a pack. I don't have a pack. I have myself, you know, and I'll always, have you not noticed that when I've gone up against people, I've gone up against them all? Have you not noticed that? Like, I don't need to bring everyone involved on the outside. I literally I never get you lot to go and troll people. I never tell you to go and troll people. I never tell you to go and mass report people. I always encourage you to think for yourself and watch. Like, do you know what I mean? If you think I'm going to shit myself about someone turning up to my house, you're very much mistaken. Very much mistaken, because these people don't know me. Do it. It's more embarrassing for you than it is for me. And the thing is, people will still support it. And that's what baffles me. Yeah, and these people, can I just say, these people are nothing. Their bank accounts doesn't make them anything important. Their personalities are very, very subpar. You know, people say, I watch these people, and I do watch them because I want to see what people see in them. You know, I want to see if I can work out what their recipe is and put it into my own. And I watch these people and they do stuff. I think, you're just a prick. It's not even funny. You know, and I just think these people think that they're like above their station or whatever. And it's like, you just like, it's just thug mentality, isn't it? You're not cool, you're not clever, you're not talented. What do you bring? And it goes to a lot of them. Hi, honey. Do you know what I'm saying? And I just think like, if it's all of this, isn't it? It's all of this. It's all of this. And they want the most for doing fuck all. And that is exactly what it is. And people would sit there and say, well, what do you bring? Well, you make up your own mind. You might not think I bring anything to the app, but absolutely, that's your opinion. I'm not going to hate you for it, you know? Just as much as I'm not going to shout if people disagree with me. That's absolutely fine. I'm not here to be liked by everybody. You're not going to be everyone's cup of tea because it will make you a mug, you know? So I'd rather just say what I think and then find my tribe. Sometimes it will take longer. Sometimes it's a slow process. But at the end of the day, when this app switched off and we're all chilling at home, does it matter? You know, like what are you gonna do when it's all over? Because it's not gonna be forever. And then like I could say so much about what so many of these creators, you know, quick to drag me through the mud and say my bullshit and nearly fucking ruin everything I've worked hard for, whilst at the same time acting like fucking Archangel Gabriel with a shit ton of offences and a criminal record long as your arm. All right, bye. Wait there, speaking of nit-nits, I need to go for a wee.
To the Department for Work and Pensions. This is a free call. This number is for benefit inquiries only. If your call is concerning a payment and you are not due to receive it yet, please wait until the date of payment. And if there is still an issue, please call back on this number.
And you go to court for that, you didn't learn your punishment, you know? And then you get fucking arrested for driving whilst disqualified for driving under the influence. Does that make it make sense? People want to drag me through the fucking coals 24/7. You know, this isn't at anybody in particular, it's using examples. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, if you're gonna act a certain way, have it to back it up. You know, I'm bored of I've sat there and got bullied throughout the whole of school, fucking all other shit and that, and then I come and do something that I'm finally happy about, and I'm still surrounded by these fucking playground bullies that are just absolute losers that actually contribute nothing, and their only fucking answer to everything is violence. For good, and you know, but at the same time, I can't stand hypocrisy and double standards, you know, because you're wasting my time on my FYP when you're sitting there exposing left, right, and centre, when in fact you're one of the biggest See You Next Tuesdays. And again, not aimed at anyone, but facts. Do you know? Is everyone understanding? I think I've just hit my limit now, where you can there's only so much noise I can ignore. You know, and I wouldn't be Zach if I didn't say it, and I wouldn't be being true to myself if I just ignored it. Like these lot, they pick and choose when they're offended. They pick and choose when they're outraged because it suits their narrative. It gets the numbers in. Cash, you know. Like 1 minute someone wants to be a peddler hunter, next minute they're fucking doing something completely different. I don't get it. I'm just baffled. I'm like, what is the end goal? What's the end goal? Like, what is your 6-month plan, 1 year plan? Because all I've seen since I've been on the app, and I watch and I study, you know, I watch and I study, and I've been on the app. People are still doing the same shit they were doing 2 years ago. Still doing the same shit people were doing 2 years ago. And it's boring, you know, it's boring. You know? But there are other creators, like credit to the other creators that are actually making an effort, like, you know, and evolving as well. Like, these are the ones that I spend my time with. Like, I've got a lot of time for Queenie. She's switched it up. You know, she switched it up. She realised, like, and it was making her miserable being horrible all the time as well. You know, as much as she was playing a character and people were outraged, she didn't like doing it. She's even said it as well. But again, it's building up your platform, and it, again, she's used. Does that make sense? Yeah. But Pete, again, she's a good one to use as an example because she's hilarious and she makes people laugh and she makes people feel good now. You know, whether or not people like her, people don't like me. People cling on to my past and people cling on to her past. I couldn't stand her, you know. And as adults, we realise, you know, is it really worth having a go at each other all the time or this? No, it's not, you know, because what you find is better when you work together as creators as well, because you can have such a laugh and people have the opportunity they've got such big numbers and communities. So many people could have the opportunity to switch it up and create something amazing, but they don't because it's just selfish. They're selfish and it's the ego that they want to feed, you know? Yeah, this app is just my stepping stone. I'm going to be taking you lot somewhere else, somewhere more grand. I'm going to take you lot to Wonderland, you know. No, I'd love to say this funds a glamorous lifestyle and I'm able to buy designer stuff. Like, absolutely not. This is building my future. I'd love to have my own production company and open the doors for other content creators, you know. So it's just literally going into a nice little pot where I can get my equipment and stuff. And then, yeah, it is. And do you know what? I'm so proud of everyone as viewers as well, is that people are starting to slowly see it. You wonder why these people are falling off? Because people are over it, you know? People are so fucking over it. And I think people's true colours are really starting to shine through now. And it'll be their own downfall. But at the moment, I feel a little bit lost in a sense of, I feel like a lone wolf, do you know what I mean? Because, like, having to see, like, a large scale of people support homophobia when I'm very much entitled to be upset and my feelings are very, very valid, you know, and to see people that are either classed as friends or creators that I think are credible. Nincompoops. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, big up Rain with the extension, thank you. And my lives aren't like this all the time. They're not going to be like this all the time. We'll always go back to Zach, you know. But at the same time, I love my bad days. And if I have my bad days and I talk about this, then, you know, that's using my platform and showing people you can be okay. You're you know, big up Becca, thank you, darling. You know, your emotions are valid and people do care. Like, I'll just come on to have a little rant to you lot, you know. But it's just very much like, enough's enough, you know, enough's enough. Let's not, hey, Rain with the subscription! Brams Acacia, John Joe, you got a free sub, mate. Lulu and Queen Smiler, big up. Thank you, Rain. Absolute ledge. Yeah, you're 100% allowed not to be okay, but I think it sets a terrible fucking example. Like, it's not okay to call people a puff. It's not okay to do all that shit. It's feral. It's absolutely feral. It's bottom of the barrel. Like, you are up there with Diageo and all the other nit-nits, but people glorify it because, you know, it's all a load of bollocks. And I've had enough, you know. This is my safe space. And when my safe space is compromised, then yeah, I'm a scorpion. My tail's going to go pew. No. Who's that? We don't listen to fake accounts. You don't know me, TM. You don't know me, you know. No, I'd love for someone to explain to me why I was a wrong one. You know, my glasses are from Camden Market. They cost me 20 quid. They're called my Fahahis. They're not actually real Versace. I just want to clarify that one. They're not real Versace. They're fake.